Good evening. My name's Jason Debley. It's been a while since our last review. Tonight it's Balvenie, or the Balvenie Doublewood 12-year-old single malt Scotch. It's very well known, and years ago I used to have it once in a while, and I wasn't a huge fan. And I think I did a review on my blog. This is about 10 years ago, and I didn't say it was the greatest, didn't say it was terrible, but thought it was just kind of mediocre or middle of the road, and got into a big pissing match with, which turned out to be the global brand ambassador for Balvenie at that time, Sam, can't remember his last name, Sam, can't remember, anyway. He's a nice fellow. He had a blog, and he eventually became a global brand ambassador for Balvenie, and then he went on, Sam Simmons. And then he went on, and I think he's with a different company now, Atomic Spirits or something. I think they do beer in addition to whiskey, not sure. Anyway, he and I were going back and forth debating the merits or the lack thereof of Balvenie Doublewood. And I thought, time to review it again. So, the Balvenie Doublewood is, well, first of all, let's start with that name, the Doublewood. How did it get that name? Well, I watched a video with Sam Simmons and David Stewart, who is a master malt professional, a legend in the business. And what he had done in the early 80s was he innovated single malt Scotch by aging it for a long time in, I think it was American oak, and then for about 11 or 12 years, and then an additional 6 or 9 months in a very potent first fill sherry cask from Spain. And he basically did what is very common today, which is finishing a whiskey. You age it in one type of wood, then you switch to another wood for a short period of time, high quality wood to give it a bit of punch and flavor. He was the first to do it, or the first to be successful at it, and it attracted a lot of attention, and the malt became very popular. So that's why it's called Doublewood. Now everybody does it. Glenmorangie, for instance, has been doing it for years too. Okay, I bought this in Canada, $100, not cheap. Now in the US, my American friends can get it much more affordably. Alcohol by volume, 40% in Canada. Now in the US and other places, it may be 43%. Somebody once explained to me it had something to do with taxation. Not sure why, would really prefer this at 43%. But moving right along. On the nose, it is, that's my daughter interrupting my review there, but she closed the door. On the nose, it's oak, a little bit of peat, some mint, definitely sherry, strawberry. I always thought of Balvenie as quite a sherried malt, even though it's probably not as sherried as Glendronach or Macallan, but I always think of it in that category, and I pick up the sherry on the nose. Now, let's try it on the palate. Definitely getting that sherry. There's a Bordeaux wine-like quality to it. Quite dry, pleasing. Might be a bit sweet initially. Just slightly sweet, kind of like semi-sweet dark chocolate, and then it transitions. And then you get strawberries, black cherry, creamy on the finish. Dried fruits, a little bit of raisin, fig, blackberries. It's good. It's got some wine notes to it again that I enjoy. I'm pretty much done this bottle, and In the past, I knocked it for being kind of bland and flat and uninspiring and not overly complex. Tonight I'm drinking it and got home from work, long day. Seems like every day is a long day for me. And I'm enjoying it more tonight. So, I don't know what that tells us. The quality of the wood that's used to age a single malt is top notch. It's balanced, there's no bitterness, it is not flawed in any way. My past criticisms of this single malt were that it's just a bit unexceptional, especially when you're paying $100 a bottle. Highland Park, where I live, is $65, $70 a bottle. Highland Park 12. Way more interesting, a lot more flavors going on than the Balvenie Doublewood. Balvenie Doublewood by no means is a poor single malt. I think it is good introductory malt for people who are new to whiskey. I think, though, if you know your whiskey and you like a lot of complexity, you're not going to get it here. I'm in the minority opinion on this. There's a lot of Balvenie fans. I don't dislike it. If someone offered me a dram, I would enjoy it. I would not buy another bottle unless I could get it for like $40 or something really cheap. I think we got some artificial color going on in chill filtration. Not the end of the world for me. It's got a nice dry Bordeaux wine finish that I like. But other than that, there's nothing here reeling me in for another sip. This is not, it doesn't have a flavorful hook that you would see, like, say, in music, like Day Tripper. I've used that line in other reviews, or that guitar riff of Keith Richards in Satisfaction. A hook that brings you back for more. There's no flavor hook really bringing me back for more. It's a lot of muted black plum, fig, raisin. It's not bad. It's a decent single malt. It's above average, but what it is a bit better than is Ella Aberfeldy, cheaper 12-year-old single malts. It's better, but not by much. Thanks for tuning in, and next week we're going to review a cheaper 12-year-old single malt. Take the best. Take care. Take the best. Don't know what I'm saying. Take care.